good chat. We back. All the GTA Online action. For a little bit anyway. Collect my 30,000. We also just got money for participating in GTA Online events. I don't know what events those were, but you know, we got them. So I'm thinking we start off as usual with a bar resupply. And then we'll do everything else accordingly. The president. To resupply the bar, as always. You know how it is. Oh, I need to call in a car, huh? No, I should have checked where they are, but I'm gonna call Neil Morgan.
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can bring them around. It's on the way.
Great. Yeah, they're up there. That's not even that far. Satisfying. Little, little thingamabob there. Jeez. Satisfying little, start of the car and get going. You know what I mean? Jesus. And me not paying attention to what I'm doing. Y'all know how it is. Alright, well at least these supplies weren't too far out this time. Usually they're a whole journey away. Not this time though. Alright, get out of here. I love how the car just turns around and it closes up to everything. Shit. Oh yeah, I gotta get out. Hold up. No thanks, maybe next time. Where you at? Dead as hell. I'm officially back and done with my exam. What's up today? How have you been for the past couple of days? I've been alright. How are you? How were the exams? Stressful, I'd imagine. Welcome back, though. I've been doing alright. Alright, I need to eat some snacks real quick. Oh, health and ammo. Don't even let them get off their bikes. Alright, there should be... I think that's everybody, actually. I think that was all 3 rounds of them, but I could be wrong. But yeah, just chilling. Glad you're done with the exams, though. Got that weight off your shoulders, you know. Exams were always my favorite and, like, least favorite part of the year. Favorite because I knew that it was the end of the year, either the end of the year or time for Christmas break or whatever. But always stressful because I always felt like I like overstudied, but like I felt like I never studied enough, if that makes any sense, when I was in high school. Pretty stressful, yeah, but manageable. Mostly time consuming, but overall was the oral exam that took most of my time. I don't know if you are familiar with French. Yeah, the French. If it's similar to us, you have to do an oral exam for French, and you have to go in and basically do like an interview. We had to do that as well here. If it's the same over there. Yeah, that part was stressful. I had to do that in in the ninth grade. Grade 9. Mine was, fun little short story. I had the stomach flu when I did mine, and I didn't even know. When I did mine, man, that morning was like a circus act, I'm not gonna lie. So basically, I show up to my French interview, right? Or I get on the. I felt perfectly fine. I had breakfast, which I don't normally do. When I was in high school, I still don't really eat breakfast, if that makes. Well, it does make sense, but you know what I mean? I rarely eat breakfast because, I don't know, I don't eat until I'm hungry because my body almost, like, rejects food when I first wake up. So I'll have, like, a brunch or something, but I don't really do breakfast. But when I was in high school, I think it was, like, anxiety, they told me mostly, that, a lot of anxiety a lot of that going on all the time in high school. So I really didn't eat all that much in high school. Point being, I got off on a random tangent. I went to go to school. I ate breakfast that morning, and then I got on the bus, and I felt really warm on the bus. It was the middle of winter. It was like January exams, right? And so I get on the bus. It's winter. I'm fairly hot on the bus, but I was sitting in like the seat where the heater is on the school bus because I like to sit in the heater seat usually because it's always freezing. So I wanted to warm up. But I was like oddly so very much warm. So I couldn't move either because there was no point in moving because all the seats were full and all that. So I literally had my head resting against the window because it was cool, just to cool myself off. And anyway, I go and I get into school, getting ready for my interview. And kid you not, I go to the bathroom to use the washroom and immediately go into the stall and throw up in the stall. It was bad. And then I'm like, oh, that's good. Not quite 100% that I just, got sick at the time. So I was like, oh, it's probably just like anxiety before my interview. Mid-interview, so we had to do interviews for mine, right? So mid-interview, right? I started feeling like I'm gonna throw up again. I was literally swallowing it while doing my interview because I didn't want to like throw up in front of all these people, and I just kind of acted like. Thankfully, it only happened once, but it was bad. All right, not quite. We have to create 2 presentations on our courses and learn both 10 minutes each. And the day of the exam, the jury chooses which one you present of the 2, and then you have another 10 minutes of questions about your presentation and your classes and knowledge, and without notes, of course. Otherwise, it's not funny enough. Yeah, we had to do like almost an interview sort of thing, where they just asked us a series of questions instead. Was how we did it. They just, yeah, I was literally like doing a job interview or something, but in French. Where's the stash house at today? In the city? And the cache is also? Yeah, it's down in the city. We're going to whip on up to the bunker as usual and just get the supplies bought and all sorted out. And you still did the interview? Yeah. I didn't want to have to call in and redo it. And then after this, I was like, I was sick for like a week. This was the last time I got really super sick in high school. I was down for a week. So if I had called off the interview or left the interview or the essay or the exam, I should say, I would have to call in and redo it anyway. So I'm glad I got it done that day. Yeah, I swallowed it once, and thankfully it only happened once. And then I got to the school, and or I got through it. It was only like a 20-30 minute exam. Thankfully, only had to do it once. Got through it, passed, by the way, thankfully. And then I called my dad and I was like, I gotta go home, and I told him what was happening, and he couldn't pick me up. He was trying to get off work early, but he was waiting till like 11 a.m. and it was only like 10 in the morning, so I had to wait an hour. So I had to cab it over to my dad's work, and I got out of the cab, and the moment I got out of the cab and the cab left, I puked all over the sidewalk at my dad's job. Your body decided to nerf, yeah, word, decided to nerf me, but also buff me at the same time because I could have been power puking during that exam. Thankfully, I didn't. But yeah, basically, almost took me out like that. It was wild. Almost had me, almost had me retiring on that. And then after that, I like got home and I was like extremely sick for like a week. I was like bedridden for a week. It was bad. Well, that was unnecessary of me. What's good, chat? How is everyone? Other than fan, because I've already asked, obviously. That's how it be. Let's not crash again, preferably. Actually, I do want to whip it down here. But yeah, I've never had a worse exam since. You ever walk into an exam, though, and know that you're gonna fail it? I did that only once in my senior year. I took, I took psychology in the 12th grade, and I had no interest in the class, and I didn't like the teacher, so I just knew I was gonna fail it. The teacher gave me such a rough time, too, so I had like the worst experience in that class altogether. And when I already had like I had a really low mark in psychology, so I knew the moment walking into that class. I tried to transfer out of it, but they wouldn't let me either. There was like no room in any of the other classes, so I had to deal with it. And they tried to put me in phys ed, but I didn't want to do phys ed in grade 12. I didn't want to do phys ed after grade 9, actually, so I opted out of doing that, and then they put me in psychology. And yeah, it was a nightmare, to say the least. I could probably sell this by myself, or wait a little bit and sell it with another person, which I might just do because I don't know if that's actually going to be a solo car or not. Truth be told. Yeah, but my body did decide to nerf me at the last possible second. Alright, let's do a resupply. Buy supplies because we no longer need to steal them. Yeah, it was my first writing exam about physiology. I didn't even study for the one since I could still pass without even having more than 5 out of 20 on my first phys. That's insane. That's lucky too. Yeah, only psychology I walked into that exam knowing I was gonna fail it. Because I was like, there's no shot. The teacher didn't like me. I didn't like the teacher. She gave me a rough time, and I tried to get out of her class, and they wouldn't let me. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, you win some, you lose some. That's for sure. I'm gonna sell this real quick too. And in grade 11, I got a free year of no exams because
All
Alright. I got a free year in grade 9 because, that was during the, good old lockdown. Or grade 11, not grade 9. But yeah, during my senior year, we had to do online, half not online, here, for, the COVID stuff. And basically what happened was I was originally supposed to take phys ed, but I didn't take phys ed, so I transferred into this class. I didn't get into the class for a week, so I was a week late into her class, and she was an older lady who probably didn't really know what she was doing with the technology and all that. So I told her, like, listen, I don't have any, I'm not in your, like, the classroom for the online work. And I was trying to tell her, like, basically I needed to be added into the online stuff so that because every morning when I was doing online days, I had to go in and do my attendance and say that I was there, and then, you know, do my work for the day. But without being in the class, I couldn't pop in and say that I was there. So she was constantly marking me absent. So I tried to tell her about it and just say hi in the chat instead. And she kept getting mad at me. Like every other day, she'd be on me when I was in class and be like, "You need to remind me to add you to the chat." I'm like, "I've been telling you, and I keep typing in the chat that I'm not in it, and you're just giving me." And she the whole time she just kept giving me a hard time about it. I just gave up on even showing up to the class. And then for exams, lucky here we in lockdown for 5 months, but it was too young for it to be beneficial for me. Yeah, not so lucky. I wish I was in senior year, because the seniors that year basically got a free pass to graduate. Teacher decided not to be a teacher. Yeah, facts. My entire senior year, they were teaching us or trying to teach us how to use phones, basically. Like, because during the lockdown, they didn't have it all set up properly during the lockdown, so we were supposed to do it during the actual lockdown when I was in grade 11. So they were trying to basically set it up that way originally, but nobody paid enough attention to it. A lot of the students basically took it as a longer summer, so they couldn't do anything about it really, and they gave up. And but in grade 12 is when, yeah, and I remember the first few days of grade 12. I got in there and they were literally showing us YouTube tutorials on how to download apps on the Google Play Store. And showing us like a walkthrough of how to download this app that they wanted us to use, or this desktop thing that they wanted us to use. It was Microsoft Teams we were using and all that. And they're trying to teach us how to use it. And it was just like, do you know what generation you're trying to show how to download something off the internet? That wasn't the problem. And they were trying to blame that as being the problem. The problem was the teachers not setting it up properly. Oh shit, this is my stop. So essentially, you know. I'm done raising that little shit. He's your problem. Oh my god, the conversations these people have are too good to be true. Exactly, never the fault of the teacher. Could never be.
Need me to bring you a ride?
Yeah, I'm gonna call Nate Morgan again. Alright, all my supplies are getting places, like I want them to. No, my teacher in grade 11 threatened to fail me on English that year, and I basically told her... I told her off, because, I was doing the work, and she was just getting mad at me for it. Like, like I said, even though they were struggling to get it all set up, she was the only teacher that I had that actually kind of got it working. But the calls were really bad and all that. But she still basically made us do our work, which is fair enough, because, like, if the school district's making you do it, like, they're not going to give you time off. We're supposed to be learning during that period. Anyways, I was trying to do my work, but there was a big problem with submitting the files. And then, again, it was all down to the teachers not really having Teams set up the way that they needed to. So anytime a file got submitted, it would go to a different place than it was supposed to. And so it wouldn't show up as a done presentation. And so she kept saying that I was failing, and then I, like, screenshotted all the assignments I had done and said, listen, I don't know what to do about it. I've tried to contact you about it, and there's nothing I could do. I was doing a lot of slacking, though, that year. I mean, when we got told in March that we're not going to be doing anything, and that school would be closed for a month, and then we'd come back in, like, May or something, and then, you know, and not come back at all. How many kids did you actually expect to actually go back and actually pay attention, regardless of what happened? You know? So yeah, somewhat beneficial, and then my senior year was super annoying, and then I didn't even have a prom either, so there's that. So I'll never know what a prom's like to experience. Because they canceled my prom last minute on us. They told us that we were going to have one, is the worst part. My mom went and bought me a suit and everything. I was supposed to have a prom, and then like in the month of May or like early June, they were like, oh yeah, by the way, that whole prom thing, we can't do that due to COVID restrictions. So that's actually not happening. There's no way I got my car stuck here, by the way. There's... It's like stuck. Okay. Great. I had a teacher like that, though when I was optional, it was supposed to give me some more credits. I did that for 4 years instead of one. And one sec, I'll read that here in a second. And only because I didn't want to do a representation on my last year, she didn't want to give me the credits anymore. That's so sad. I wish y'all could have made one the other year after, like a reunion. Yeah, that's what everybody was like. Oh, we'll just wait for the reunion to happen. It's like, I guess so. They talked about it, but like the year later, nobody ever said anything. They were like, yeah, you just go to the prom next year. And I was like, okay. And then my friends tried to talk about it. I asked some people to poke around about that because I had a friend who had failed grade 11. So he was still in high school at the time, or he would have been in his senior year that year. Anyway, and I was like, can we get any information on that? And they were like, yeah, they're having a prom, but they're not inviting any of the seniors from last year. And I was like, that's kind of dumb. And then he didn't even go to prom, so there was no point in me going with him to his prom if he didn't even go. So I missed out on prom, and they basically shut it down anyway for all of us. So they were like, oh, just look forward to your reunion, I guess. I don't even know if they still do high school reunions in Canada. Or if they ever did high school reunions in Canada to begin with, because I've never heard of anything like it, and I don't even know when mine would be, even if there even was one. Nor would I really want to go to a reunion and see what all of my former classmates or whatever are up to now, because I really don't care. To be honest. If they were important to me in high school, then they'd still be in my life as an adult. Yes, they do it usually every decade, and most turn into a single social. Not surprised. Honestly. I mean, me neither, but I'm still curious about what they have turned out to be, especially the ones who were a real pain in the butt. I guess so, yeah. That's fair. Alright, last few times I've had it over here. I hate this spot so much. That's fair. Alright, I gotta listen for this goddamn thing. Is that it? No, that's just something else. That duck or whatever it is so freaking annoying. Bro, those birds are driving me mental. I'm gonna check over here first and make sure it's not like down by where my car is parked or in this parking lot. I actually got to listen for it too, so there's that. I think I've had it spawn in the bushes out here somewhere before. I know I've had it spawn down here. I might just check down here anyway. Just around with the... I'm gonna circle around here even though I know it's not part of where it's supposed... Oh wait, it might be up here. I think I heard it. Oh, you can't jump up that? That's fine. I think it's up here. No, it might have been that bird. Yeah, that's a bird. I'm gonna go around and up here then. See if it's over here somewhere. Could also be on this side. Down here somewhere. I don't think it would be over here though. I don't think it would be all the way down here, but I don't hear it at all either, so definitely not. Certainly not over here. I do wonder if it's on the other side of I don't think I can get into that fence area, huh? I just want to make a double take in this parking lot real quick. I haven't heard it at all either, is the worst part. Could be on the street over here. I don't think it would be, but it could be over here. Maybe. This is part of it. It only goes to right here though. Okay. So narrow it down to not down there or over here. So it's gotta be in this main area. It could be around by my car too. I would imagine. Yeah, school is something, I'll say that. I'm sure you'll be very much excited to get out of school. I know I was. Kind of 50-50 actually, honestly. I don't like being an adult, but I also like being an adult for the most part. Because now I can make my own money, do my thing with my own money. The stressful part is actually finding a job that you enjoy doing. Or going to college and getting, or university and getting a job that you want to do for the rest of your life, and then get stuck there till you can retire. That's the only like annoying part. Or not go to college and university and be stuck doing other things too. Man, I have no idea where this cache is at. I haven't heard it at all. Like literally at all. Can it spawn up here? Did I walk up here already? I might have. I don't think I walked on this side. I haven't heard it jingle at all either. That's the worst part. So I'm gonna check along up here in general. Not in this corner, no. No, I feel like I've searched stuff here as far as I can. And I doubt it's over here. And now I'm out of the circle again. Okay, so in that case, I don't know what part of this building I haven't searched. I'm not excited. I've always loved going to school and learning things, even though I'm struggling there, but I really relate to your feelings about the adult life. I don't know, I find it a lot less stressful than school was, honestly. I mean, yeah, life is stressful no matter what you do, really, if you think about it. Adult teenager. Have I been down? Yeah, I have been down here, haven't I? Like 5 times probably. I haven't heard this damn thing jingle either, is the worst part. Yeah, I'm trying to get into college this year. If I actually get into it, is the worst part. They I'm the only person that's signed up for my college right now, and you know, you need more than one person to sign up for a class for it to work out. You know what I mean? So it might not even happen this year. So that'll be depressing if it doesn't, but I'm hoping it will. People will get interested. Where the fudge could this freaking cache be? It's a non-jingler today, apparently. I haven't heard it go off at all. And I've checked over here. I doubt it could spawn in here on account of this is all locked off, right? So... I wish the circle would shrink as you go around, so then it kind of like makes it easier to tell where you've looked. Oh wait, I can't get in here. Hold on. It is in here too, ain't it? I'm quite convinced it is at this point. Yeah, it's right here. It's a non-jingler too. Look at that. I was right. Usually they jingle. Sometimes they do, and very rarely they don't, so... I'll read the chat here in a second, there, fan. Just give me a second to get into my car and get the hell out of here. I mean, here we only form my drama course. That's not bad. I mean, enough to start the program. There was only another guy involved or interested as well as me, but... We had a meeting with, like, my instructor, and I was the only one that showed up. And then there was another guy who was interested, but then he transferred out of it to take nursing or something, which is completely different than film, but you know. I mean, regardless, I'm gonna try and make some like short film action this summer and see how that goes, and maybe release it in the fall or something. You know. Regardless, I'm supposed to do it as a project for school, for like a portfolio, but like I could also just make it happen and come out in the fall or winter or something like that, and just see how it goes anyway. Regardless if it I'm gonna go to this first because it's closer. You know what I mean? So I just need to actually come up with short story ideas and make them happen. The easy part is writing it, filming it. The actual difficult part is editing and doing all that. I've never really used Adobe. I've only dabbled with Adobe. What the hell is it called? What the hell? What is it called? I can't remember now. But I've only dabbled with it a handful of times, so I don't really know how to use it. Do you already know what they will be about? Oh, what the short films? No idea yet. No, none at all. I haven't even come up with any ideas. I just want to be... I want to do it with a friend of mine this summer, if she's willing to do it. I haven't talked to her about it yet, but... That is the plan, anyway. But no, I haven't even come up with the ideas yet or anything. I just want to get the equipment. I ordered some portable microphones to use, and I just need to get like a stabilizer for my phone, and I'd be pretty much set to go. The fun part is learning how to properly edit it and all that. That'll be the actual difficult part. But no, I'm thinking a horror short film I might do is what I had in mind anyway. Bro sounds like Cheech or Chong. crazy work. Guess who's back? Back again. Boss is back. Customing and effects. Yeah, Adobe After Effects or whatever, right? Paint in the backside as well. Horror would be interesting. Horror's just like one of the easier ones I find for me to write. I've dabbled with a lot of horror. I've been working on a fantasy story, but or kind of fantasy anyway. I don't know how many crates I have. Okay, I only have 3. I did last time, so. Weapons and ammo time. Yeah, I find that the writing and filming part is going to be the easiest part. Actually learning how to properly make it look good and all that. Even my instructor had said one of the biggest things to actually worry about with indie films or short films in general isn't really the visuals. I mean, you want the visuals to be decent, obviously, and all that, but the key thing is the sound itself, so I'm hoping my microphones actually work out for me. You want it to sound professional and clear, and you don't want it to sound like shit, I guess is what. Jesus. Alright, let's get going. I thought this car was too low to do that for a second there, not gonna lie, that was kind of scary. Oh, someone stole it? Of course they did. Alright, I don't have any, I still don't own a homing launcher, which I probably should by now. Alright, screw it, let's call on a buzzard. Howdy. No, it ain't no good. Wanna get out of the way? Thanks, pal. $25,000 for, Yo, what's up, MP? How are you? Sore, but okay. Well, okay is better than terrible, I suppose. You know? I don't think I fully locked onto that one. Alright. Moving on up. No, don't slide down the goddamn hill. Kiss it, turn around. Hold up. Get up there. Jeez, are you trying to kiss your mother? I want you to fucking make out with it, goddammit. Oh wait, there's still a chopper in the air. Oh shit. There we go. I'm gonna tickle this idiot before he gets any farther away. I thought I did. I wasn't paying attention. That's my bad. No, don't die on me now. We at least have to get over there to that other chopper, mate. I'm not spending another 25,000 on one of you. I gotta buy a homing launcher after this. Alright, dodge that, asshole. Alright, should land here on the street somewhere, so... I'm gonna get to turning around. Oh, the homing launchers? Are they actually that bad? I haven't used them in forever. In my defense. She says. My landing skills aren't the best. Alright, I so desperately need myself a vehicle. When you try to rush and land, it's hard to not fuck up the helicopter. Alright, I need to steal an NPC vehicle real quick. Actually, I'm just gonna call something in. Even if they lock on this something, they always miss. That's fair. You rarely ever actually hit something. You're not wrong about that.
You need something, huh? When you arrive, let me know. It's on the way.
Okay, be on the way a little faster. Yeah. You think she'll call the cops on me for that? Alright, let's grab this box and... yoink. I hate that you have to go one at a time, though, for... everything. That's the only thing I've never liked about, the CEO stuff is having to individually do everything like this. With a bigger warehouse and, like, more employees in it, can multiple people go out to steal cargo, though? Because it would be great if, you know, what's-her-face would actually... but the person that I have working at my warehouse, she only steals one crate per, like, 20 minutes to a half hour it takes her to do so. So it's great to have her steal crates, except for the fact that she only takes one. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering, do people actually, if there's multiple employees, does that mean that they actually, you know, help with that? Shit, don't do it, thanks. There we go. Alright, let's make this quick. I don't know how the CEO stuff really works, because I never really focused on, crates, unless they were double money, I'm gonna be real. I, like, almost immediately got a vehicle export and really focused on that. Oh, come on. That was wild. I beat the train, which you can't really do in... Yeah, I'll catch you around too. I can't remember her name, not gonna lie. I don't even know what she does either. Other than just kind of stand there and look at me funny. Alright, one sec. I'll speed run this. Hello, mouse. Hello again, John. Hello, Dutch. Open Discord. I wish. Oh my god. Load open faster. Come on. Come on. Come on. You got this. I believe. Okay, Premiere is closed. That's good. Go. Someday. Somehow. There we go. And now slide over here where you belong. Thank you. Now, where's GTA? Hello, game. There we go. We good. There we go. Thank you. I thought the thunder for a second was another train coming. I was gonna say. No, I hadn't yet. Invite out. Go back, thank you. Only hit B like 5 times. This game loves me. Don't do it. Oh, you did it anyway. Good job. I feel like they should add turn signals in GTA 6, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't ask for much, but make the NPCs use turn signals in GTA 6. So I can actually tell when they're gonna cut me off. They probably won't use them either way. People don't use them regularly. But, you know. Yeah. They do use them in GTA Online, but like IRL, most don't, and the NPC vehicles are they're just a mess. If you, I mean, fair enough. Accurate. The amount of people I've yelled at IRL to turn on their turn signal is insane. I've yelled at more people for not using a turn signal than I have that use their turn signal. Or the people that use it last second. Actually, what really rage baits me is people that'll turn and not use their turn signal, but then they'll go to turn again and then use it. I can honk too, you know. It's not my fault. You tried to cut me off. Get the heck out of here, man. Go on. Or lay on the horn when pissed off. Yeah. Lay on the horn when you're a pedestrian using our crosswalk and crossing when they wanted to go just then and there. Or there and then, like, bruh. You're in a car. You're gonna get to wherever you're going faster than I'm gonna get there with my 2 feet, alright? Like, calm down. Oh my god. You know what's crazy? I had the most pointless dentist appointment today. Besides, like, the time I went for x-rays. I had, like, a $16 appointment for them to just poke my teeth and tell me basically nothing. Because last weekend, when I was saying that I was taking Advil and stuff, my gum had swelled up. And they were like, yeah, it's probably just something got stuck in there and irritated it. And I was like, wow. Not the cavity forming on that tooth currently that I could see forming and brought up. And they were like, well, just let us know if it bothers you again. And, yeah.
We might do something.
Yeah, we might actually do something about it. It's like, the whole reason I came here is because it is bothering me. But they were like, well, it's not a cavity yet. It's going to be one. It's like, well, you could just fix it right now. And charge me the money for it anyway. Either way, you're getting paid. But, you know. How big was that mini fridge you sent?
Intelligence.
Right? How big was that mini fridge you sent me last night, by the way? That thing looked like the biggest mini fridge I've ever seen. It looked like half a regular fridge. Like the biggest one that I've never owned one in my life, but a buddy of mine had one back in the day, and his was about the size of like a nightstand, I guess I'd say. He had a nice looking Star Wars one. Was good. Trying to take me to my last crate. Nah, let it get worse, just in case you could pay more. Exactly. And then they asked me, so I missed a few appointments because of my job, right? Because I used to work a night shift.
Waypoint, by the way.
Oh yeah, sorry. My bad. There you go.
Thank you.
But yeah, so I missed a couple appointments for some of my other teeth that they wanted to fix originally. So I had to cancel them and get them rescheduled, which they never got rescheduled, by the way. And then I was talking to the lady there, and I was like, and she was like, well, is there anything you want to schedule now? And I was like, is there anything important that I should schedule now? Because there was like 3 or 4 of them that I missed back when I was working. And she was like, well, you know, I don't think she knew what she must have been new or something, because I'd never really seen her before, and she was like, well, they're cavities, but, like, they're not that important, basically, is what she said. And then she was like, are any of them bothering you? I'm like, no. See, the thing is that I would like to get them fixed before they start bothering me. Because I know of 2 that are visible right now on my 2 teeth over here. And, like, I'd like to get those, filled in or whatever before they start bothering me, but she didn't say anything about that. She's like, yeah, just call us if anything bothers you. Like, shouldn't the point of a dentist be to prevent something from getting to that point of it bothering you, though?
Yeah, but they don't look at it that way. They just want money.
I'm paying them either way. I paid them $16 just to poke around my teeth and clean it, basically, is all they did. You know? I get that time is money and all, but, like, still, golly. And then a cleaning I'm supposed to get done every 6 months, but I can't stand a cleaning job, I'm not gonna lie. It's so annoying, I gotta get out. Yeah. I got it. There we go. Yeah.
A dentist would never actually fix the
I know, right? I can't imagine what it cost for me to get caps when I was a kid. When they put the metal casings on my teeth when I was little, I couldn't imagine what that cost my parents, but it was probably a pretty penny. So I didn't get them all done at once. I got two. I got the top two done first, I think, and then the bottom two done second. But it might have been the other way around. I just know we went 2 for 2, and that was like the last case of caps I ever had. Because I remember everybody was mind blown that I had metal teeth when I was younger. Like, oh my god, you have metal teeth? That's so cool. What? You have metal teeth? Yeah. Crazy, isn't it? Like the things I would do if I were a dentist or a doctor or whatever. Except I couldn't be because I'm not smart enough for either of those things. I learned very quickly that I wasn't even smart enough to be a dentist. Or a mechanic either. My mom's a mechanic. Or could be a mechanic. And took mechanics. I'm not smart enough for that. Nope.
That's not totally where I meant to land.
I took a look at that math stuff. And I was like, I don't know how to do any of this. Oh, there was a timer on that? Rip. Oh, well. On that mission. It just ended. I didn't realize there was a timer, my bad. Can I call this person? What is their name? I can't remember. Can I call I can't source it through my assistant, can I? And yeah, no. 1 sec. I'm just gonna make her get the last crate I missed. Because I can't be asked to do
The
it.
crate that you just picked up was timed? That's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was time till I heard the thing go off.
Yeah. Um,
Facts. Alright, let me invite you to my CEO. Oh, do they still do the caps and stuff in Canada? Because after I got them done, they told me,
Listen to me. Man or woman,
shut up, Brucey. I don't care. They told,
never gotten capped.
yeah, they told me that caps they don't even do them anymore. Or that's what my mom told me, and that's why everybody kept asking about them. They're just rare. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Cause yeah,
Are we heading back to the office tower?
yeah, good old office
Safe
tower.
at the car wash is full.
Alright, that's fair.
Where they can't access that.
I don't think I'm smart enough to be a mechanic. All that math work I was looking at for it when I was gonna take the class for it, I was like, see, the problem is that in high school they made you take financial and foundations, right? And basically, I took financial because they told me it would be easier anyway, and I'm not very good at math to begin with, and basically after you take GMF, which is like all your what's that called, trigonometry and all that BS in grade 10, that would be more of that but in grade 11. So I was like, well, I almost failed I did fail GMF and had to take summer school that year because of trigonometry, because trigonometry can fucking suck my nuts for as far as I'm concerned. Because when am I ever gonna care about how to find angles on a triangle or anything else? Like, what job actually requires you to need angles and such? I'd imagine like carpentry, maybe, I guess, or a construction job. Can you let me export my goods? Thank you.
I think someone's being murdered in the hallway. Goddamn.
Oh.
All I can hear is just a child screaming its lungs off in the hallway.
Well, they just do that for the sake of doing that.
I think what it is the kid was having a hissy fit and the parents just shoved the kid out into the hallway.
My parents never did that one. Apparently, when I was really little, my mom told me to pack my things and kicked me out of the house one time because I said I didn't want to live there anymore. That was when we were in Manitoba, and she said that explains why I have attachment issues, which I apparently have. I do have attachment issues. I've kind of slowly realized that, but you know. Collision repair and refinishing, you use that a lot. Most that is in a book. Fair. Because yeah, when I was gonna take mechanics at the community college here, they showed me some of the math stuff so that I could they basically tested me on the math stuff, and I didn't think I passed it. I don't even know. It was a lot of, the fractions was the easy part, but it was a lot of stuff I just didn't know how to do in general. So I was asking for help from my friends, and I was like, if you're telling me, hit.
It's a joke, by the way. Watch out for the boys.
Thanks, bus.
Oh, back to
Oh, here comes the train.
Fuck you, bud.
Good night, chat. I'm gonna go to sleep. I pulled an all-nighter for this last exam. It was nice to see you again. Alright, appreciate you being here. I will see you next time you're in. Man, that's wild. My senior year, I didn't... I went like 4 days with no sleep. I don't know how I did it. With power naps. Like, literally only power naps for no more than like an hour on each exam. And that's wild to me. Fun fact I just remembered. There's all that nicotine addiction I had. It's the only thing that kept me alive. Whip it on over here. Don't crash. You could be doing circles around me in that damn Deluxo right about now. This slow ass thing. Go! Thank you. Most satisfying cutscene ever. Promise. Alright. Where's my stash house? You want to take me to this stash house and then stop by your hands-on car wash since it's over there anyway. I'll just disband from the CEO so that you can do your car wash stuff if you want.
I keep forgetting that it's legacy and not enhanced. I'm so used to going into my phone just to open up the app just to pull the money out.
There should be an app. Or I guess there is one on Enhanced. I mean, they couldn't have given us that.
Thing.
They couldn't have given us that on Legacy. Because we suck. What is my Twitch going on about? One sec. Let me just check this. What is it telling me? Alright, go back to GTA. Yeehaw.
Where the fuck is this?
I think it's over there.
Here's mine.
Yeah, right over here. If I'll actually jump over that, thank you. It is this building right here. Just a little bit of spring cleaning, everybody. Oh, I missed. There we go. Alright, where's this damn sticky note? Right there. What the hell does that say? 241081. That's a number and a half. I'll wait for this fire to go out real quick. Actually, I'm just gonna shove snacks in my gullet. Alright, 241081. If he ever wants to, there we go. 241081. Yay. We got... I don't know yet. Find out next time on... Starting from rank 1 in GTA Online. No, the car's too fat. Stash house successfully raided. Oh, what was that? Cash factory. Lit. Oh yeah, let me Martin Matrazzo. Bro's out here trying to hit him. Remember when it was a trend on TikTok for kids to go and steal toilets out of their high school?
I heard of the water fountain anymore, not toilet.
I think somebody did a toilet at mine, and there was like a water fountain one, but somebody took the toilet instead. At my school. A woman, by the way, not a dude. It was a girl. A group of girls stole a toilet from the girls' washroom and walked out with it.
I'm not surprised.
Caught on camera. Caught in 4K. Alright, let me start my organization. Hire people. And we'll go back and do one more run for crates. Me too.
Guy that destroyed the no way vehicles.
NPCs could suck it. So do you think by the time GTA 10 comes out, we'll see that building be, finished?
Probably not.
Man, sometimes Queso's chat really interests me. Last night he was telling everybody to get consoles because he's been saying every time they talk about GTA 6 or there's news about GTA 6, he brings up that people should be buying consoles if they want to play it right away because it's not going to be on PC for at least a year, right?
Hold on, let me call that stuff.
Alright.
Now you can go.
We go on. Funny looking dude you are. But yeah, I dragged my sister to my dentist appointment today. That was hilarious. But I spent $7 on pop and I was so mad about it. I'll tell you that. Because I left an hour early so that I could get to where I wanted to be, or down to the dentist office, like at least 10 minutes early. But we were way earlier than I expected, so I was gonna go to like Giant Tiger or something, but she was like, oh, I don't want to walk that far. Let's just go to this corner store. And I was like, I don't want to pay corner store prices for pop. Yeah. $7 later, I got 2 bottles of pop, and I'm still mad about it. Average corner store prices around here anyway. I missed the one. There was one that wasn't that bad. Like a 5-minute walk from where I live, but they closed it down unfortunately.
Where the heck is that? Oh, it's on the move. Of course it's on the move.
I was gonna say, wait, what? That's the easiest gemstone collection or any collection I've ever seen. Ain't no way bro could take that many shots.
I aim his ass. I missed him.
Oh, I'll get out. I was gonna shoot him, but I missed. He got over the hill. What the hell? On my screen, your character like ran behind the car and was gonna open the trunk while trying to get in the vehicle. What an intelligent individual. So I might buy Danny GTA next week. If it doesn't go on sale. With the big Steam sale. Because I don't know if Rockstar does the Steam sales or not. How many missiles can this goddamn vehicle take?
I don't think it's meant to be blown up.
Oh, maybe not.
Oh,
No. Oh well. That would explain why it was taking so many missiles. Oh lord. That's kind of dumb.
it should be on sale on Epic, most likely.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That the sale. Steam's having their sale on the 20 in 3 days, which is what, Thursday. So try and get him on for before he leaves on the 28th, because he's gone till August again. So
It's not that long, is it? A month. I think.
yeah, the end of August he's gone till, so, or something like that. Yeah, nothing. You missed all the action, lady. You missed us bombing a car that wasn't supposed to be destroyed. I don't know why this elevator music sounds like I'm entering a nightclub, but I kind of do. You know, it's a good day to be me, lady. You know. art and antiques. Oh, this is gonna be that underwater one, I'm pretty sure. We gotta go bomb the crates underwater. Yay. I think that's what art usually is. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember actually. So don't quote me on that. Shut up, lady. What's good? Terrorizing Los Santos again, are you? Also, we get to find out if GTA 6 is gonna cost like $300 or not on Thursday. Yeah, I'm not excited. I probably won't get it until it goes on its first sale, which will probably not be until it comes out on PC, at least on consoles. So, and at that point, I might as well get it on PC so I can play it with y'all anyway. But
Yeah, I don't really plan on getting sick at all.
I don't for a long time until I want to see what the online is going to be all about.
I don't think they're doing it online, honestly.
Yeah, you might be right. Who knows? I'm waiting for Red Dead 3 or whatever they do with Red Dead. Honestly. That'll be the game I pre-order for sure. Most likely, anyway, depending on what I'm doing with my life in 5 years from now. Oh. I'm getting old, John. What is this notification? Man, I hate when YouTube recommends me my own videos.
Oh, yay.
Hell yeah. Alright, let me,
You know how to keep jumping out early?
Oh, wait, that killed me?
Yeah.
I didn't think that would have killed me. I was gonna pull my chute, and then I was like, wait, it's water. I'm good.
This isn't Minecraft logic.
Could I die IRL like that?
Yeah. Ah, fuck, I forgot the Deluxo had limited missiles.
Oh, ow. I didn't realize there was 3 people. I thought there was only 1 guy on that boat. Alright, let me pull out a weapon here.
There you go, I killed them.
There's 1 guy, apparently. Alright. Boop, I got 1. Alright, I'll meet you.
Low enough to pick one up.
I'll,
Oh my god, I did it.
Nice. I'll get to the nearest land I can find.
Just
Oh.
head over at the airport.
Yeah. I just couldn't tell where we were for a second. Is all.
Okay, that was honestly kind of smooth. I thought I was gonna crash the car into the water.
I feel like once GTA 6 does come out, though, they should keep updating GTA Online, but kind of like how they're treating Red Dead now. Red Dead Online right now. Sorry, I cut you off. What were you saying? About the car on the water?
Oh, nothing. I was just saying that I'm surprised I didn't take the car out.
Oh.
Oh, I'm balanced on that. I'm like, the fuck am I balancing on?
What even is all this? Is this like old doc stuff? What the fuck is
I
all
guess
that?
so.
Like, I've never seen such a thing. Anyway, yeah. I feel like they should just treat GTA Online kind of like Red Dead Online. Like, keep the double money loop thing going every week, and then, like, I don't know, an update at least once a year. It doesn't have to be anything major if they're going to be focusing on other stuff, but you know what I mean.
I just want them to give me fucking double money on nightclub style missions.
That happens like once every 5 years, doesn't it? Maybe once a year. Man,
It's been a while since the last one, honestly.
I know it's been a while. I remember the last one. Me and Danny were grinding the shit out of it together, but yeah, I can't remember either. Treat it like Call of Duty multiplayers when they make those double XP after their games die. That only happened with World War II, I think. World War II is double XP for everything now. I don't know about the other games. Oh yeah, and MW4 is supposed to release early, I think they said. So that they get ahead of GTA 6 this time. That'll be...
Modern Warfare 4?
Yeah, apparently people...
October 23rd.
Yeah, they're not releasing in November because they want to compete with Red Dead's... Or Red Dead, GTA. Unfortunately for them, it'll be like what happened with Ghosts and BO4. Because when Ghosts came out, there was GTA 5, and then... You know, when BO4 came out, it was Red Dead 2, so... It's just a matter of, you know...
Modern Warfare 4 flops.
I don't think it's gonna... I'd be surprised if it actually did good over doing bad. Like, genuinely. I'm sorry to Infinity Ward, they're usually a great company, but... MW2 and 3 sucked. MW2's campaign wasn't that bad, but it just made no sense looking back at it. Like, all we were doing was hunting missiles and, like, everything that went on with all the subplotting was just like, what are we even doing in this game? And then MW3, with the Battle Royale, whatever the hell they had going on, campaign stuff was just like, why?
The entire reboot didn't even make sense.
It really didn't. Modern Warfare 2019 was a good game in my opinion. I liked Modern Warfare 2019. I still don't agree with the fact that it was a reboot in general, but I'd rather them have just left the games alone and tried to make games and not just use the Modern Warfare title to try and make games again. But, you know, make it Ghosts 2. Do it. Get off your asses and make Ghosts 2 already. Just give it a try. Make Advanced Warfare 2 as well while you're at it. We deserve an Advanced Warfare 2. Sledgehammer. They were gonna make it up until, you know, the old CEO of Activision said, nah, make another World War II game, and then they made Vanguard. And they tried again, and then they were like, no, you're actually gonna help make Modern Warfare 3, not suffer. It's like, why? I want Modern Warfare, or I want Advanced Warfare 2. Officially, those items are to help stop boats from illegally landing on the shore. Think World War II, the landings on the beaches. Ah. Fair enough. I've just never seen them IRL. The only thing I really see IRL is like there's an old dock or an old port that's like the remains of an old port there.
I want to figure out how the fuck to get a free cam in for Call of Duty. 'Cause people use free cams all the time for games, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I have no idea. I'm gonna be real.
Literally, the only game I know how to use a free cam for is fucking Subnautica because it's a part of the console commands.
I feel like it's mods in order to do it for Call of Duty. Other than
Be like a little add-on that you can get where you can
yeah.
enable it and the game will still play, but your character will remain frozen and you can follow around any of the other characters.
Okay.
Or it enables like for Ghost if you have free cam,
Yeah, because the only thing that was like anything. I just dropped my controller like a genius. But
Yeah,
the
I heard.
the only thing that was like that would be like the old theater modes from the multiplayer where you could do all that, and people were used to do that for edits on YouTube back in the day. But other than that, yeah, I feel like it would be like an add-on or a mod or whatever in order to do it in any other game. I was not surprised when they announced that that the reports of Black Ops 1 and 2, the calling card editing and stuff won't be in the game. They're not planning on returning those at all. Like, no duh.